Do you have a tendency to not listen? Perfect, me too. Today's tune as we speak today on obedience. All right, welcome to another episode of Clear Hair. Today we are doing Spiritual Sunday, so I have this almost 4-part series ready. Well, actually, it's a 10-part series. I'm trying to go to the end of the year, so we will be speaking about just further strengthening my walk with God. Just disclaimer. Like I said, WIP work in progress. Like I felt like I couldn't do this series in obedience as we speak today. But I feel like I couldn't do this series because I was like, I don't feel like I have enough authority. I feel like I'm not perfect enough. And that's exactly why I'm going to do this series. So we're going to go into the top. Once I rededicated myself, I think he gave me like a list of 50, 100. But we're going to go into the top 5 things that God pretty much told me to give up. Coming in at number 5 is long suffering. So long suffering, I'm so glad you asked. So long suffering is going to be another episode further down the line, but long suffering is basically what Jesus Christ did when they were heckling him, mocking him. It's pretty much your ability to deal with it's your ability to deal and just suffer in silence when people heckle you. Me personally, I dealt with this the worst because who you think you're talking to? Okay, who are you talking to? I know you're not talking to me. But I every single time I'm in a predicament where I'm pretty sure it is a test and someone's heckling me because I'm getting closer to what the blessing God has for me, the first thing I think of is crucifixion. I think of how hard it was for Jesus himself to come in and like try to teach. So it's a work in progress, but I've noticed that's one of the things he told me. Next one was spicy books. So I can definitely say like, maybe next year I'll go into more detail, but I can definitely say that I was under the spirit of lust for a very long time. I mean, you have to understand, like, it's everywhere. Like, there's a reason why they say X sells, like it's everywhere. So I was definitely under that spirit for a very long time. And I can always tell when someone's under it as well. It's really bad. It's really bad. I was like, you look like me, twin. Where have you coming from? You look like me. So it's very easy for me to sense the spirit in somebody else. It's very easy for them to sense it in me. That's where you come into a familiar spirit. We can talk about that later on as well. But definitely for sure giving up spicy books, spicy movies. Basically, to me, you have to understand, like with the spirit of lust, you are feeding it. It has to eat. Think of it as, basically you have to eat 3 times a day, right? So it has to eat. If you don't, your best bet is to just flee. Okay, they always say in the Bible, flee from sin. But seriously, like anytime, like let's say, because sometimes like it'll just pop up. I promise you'll see me do this. I'll look away. So far, like I'm definitely trying to find new books to read because that's pretty much that's the only thing I read. But definitely for sure, just stop feeding it. I felt like an immense weight. I felt my soul get lighter. Like just once it's gone now, it's not gone forever. It's a very old spirit. It has new tricks every day, updates like AI, but definitely reading spicy books. Like ever since I stopped reading them, and there's so many other books to read, especially the good book. Ever since I stopped reading them, like it's not even a thing anymore. I don't even think about it. Next one is profanity. This was an easy one to give up. Like I can say out of all the ones, this was the easiest one to give up because I'm not really a cursor like that. I'm more like a social cursor. Like I know that sounds silly, but like I'm more like a social cursor. Like if someone curses, I'm like, oh yeah, I can say that. Beep, 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 beep. But I would say definitely cursing. I gave that up. Just finding, like I said, alternatives. We'll speak about that in the next episode about music. But like, I think the main issue is that people are so quick to say, stop doing this, stop doing that. I was like, but what's the alternative? You never give an alternative. You just say, stop doing this. You have to have an alternative. Humans, like, I'm not saying we have to swap this for that, but we have to in a way, like we need it. We need an alternative. So whenever I curse, like, of course I ask for forgiveness, but you want to know what helps me out every time I curse, I imagine somebody stabbing Jesus again. You feel me? That's how I'm at, and it stops. Because basically you are like, hey, I put my life on the line for you, and now you cursing. Like, I don't know. I just, like, that one, it was just really hard. Like, it was just really hard to hear, like, hard not for me to stop cursing, but hard to hear it now. Because now whenever somebody curses, I'm like, you know, clutches pearls, you know. So like I can definitely say that's how I know I left that spirit or a profane spirit. Like that's how I know that it was time for me to give it up, because like now whenever someone's cursing, I'm just like, you can use a different word. And another thing, quick psychology, is that I felt like every time I did curse, it was because of the fact that I couldn't physically hurt that person. So I had to verbally hurt that person. Does that make any sense? So that really helped me check my own anger as well. So that was another one. Okay, coming in at number 2, gossip. So I have a Bible verse, 2 Timothy 2 verse 16. Profane babblings, for they will proceed further on in ungodliness. So this one's hard. You got to understand, like, when, I wouldn't say when you're raised in the gossip, I'm not saying that, but like as a woman, that's like second language for us. It's English, and then gossip is the second language. So definitely for sure, like, I don't know, I think that was the hardest one for me, at least. Like that was like the hardest one to give up, because the fact that I didn't really see any harm in it, especially when it's the truth, especially when it's the tea, you know. But definitely just another thing that got me to stop doing is just imagining, once again, you know, just imagining something bad happening to Jesus again. I was like, dang, I can't do my best friend like that. So definitely for sure being able to give that up was really hard. So what I do, this is how I get myself out of gossip, is like, if I see somebody going to the gossip way, I'll be like, we should pray for that person. I always offer a solution. Once you offer a solution, they're gonna be like, okay, so she's not doing that. And my thing too is like, have you ever noticed with gossip, it's almost like they're feeding you it. Like they'll be like, okay, I can't stand that girl. Like there'll be like a little pause to see, like, are you going to entertain it? Are you going to join it? And you know, for the women out there who I like to call them gossipes. So basically these are women who, like, they're like, well, I don't gossip about everybody, just the specifics. So I was like, gossip is gossip, just like sin is sin. All right. So definitely for sure, gossip is very hard, but definitely for sure. Coming at number 1 is extensions. I'm rocking my afro today just to show you guys. So one of the callings is just that I feel like God was saying, dang, like I gave you all that hair and you hiding it. Like that's wild, you know? So definitely for sure, like with my extensions, I am definitely for sure, like with my extensions, like I'm only going to keep it to braids. And then of course, you know, half wigs sparingly, you know, but I'm calling myself to action to not have any extensions in now. I wouldn't say it's like an all-time thing, but definitely for sure this year I already, before I even recommitted, I was already cutting back. So I was like, I don't know what they're putting in these products. Like, I don't know what they're putting in these extensions. I don't know, like, we all can't have the same diseases, okay? Like, something's up. Like, they're going through there's some conduits there, but definitely just for myself, because like I'm a 80% protective style, 20% hair out type person. And I was like, okay, well, I'm only doing half of it, Lord. Like, come on now, you know. But definitely a call to action is to actually wear my actual hair from my scalp out, you know. And I feel like I'm in a good position financial wise to truly start investing in really, really good products. So I can have that definitely for sure. 2026. I mean, I'm already starting now, but 2026, I really want to commit to like, okay, if I'm going to put braids in, that's it. You get one braid, almost like an appetizer. You get one braid, one half wig for the year, and then the rest of it, like, you know, like I'll find a way. Of course, I'm about to put braids in now because I have an event coming up, but like just in general, like I definitely want to keep it where I can wear my hair out way more. I feel like that's my own call to action. It's not saying you can't wear extensions as a Christian. Okay. So importance. Why is obedience so important? So Abraham, I don't know if you know the story of Abraham and Isaac. So Abraham and his wife had Sarah, basically Sarah. Abraham and his wife Sarah had such a I was at the time, but they had such a time conceiving. You know, like she was almost 100 years old when she conceived Isaac, and then God was like, which I'm just like I couldn't. I don't have any kids, but your faith got to be long, got to be strong to do this. But basically said, hey, if you truly sit there and say you put me above anybody else, I want you to take your only son that took such a long time to enter here, and I want you to sacrifice him on this altar as a burnt offering or blah blah, and so and he did it. And then of course like an angel grabbed his hand and said, hey, you wildin', you know. And then like there was a ram caught in the bush by its horns in the corner, so for them to use that as an offering. But it was just some like that. There's a reason why Abraham was blessed, Isaac was blessed, Jacob, Isaiah was blessed. Like, you don't understand. They're like the reason why the story is so powerful, because there's something in your life. I know what mine was social media. All right. But there's something in your life that you're putting above him. There's something in your life you're putting above him. I know it, because you wouldn't be on this page. You'd be chilling. All right. But there's something in your life, and it can't, sometimes it's your job. Sometimes it's your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. Sometimes it's your kids. Sometimes it's your hobby. Sometimes it's your drugs. I don't know if I can say that. Recreational substances. There's something you're putting above him. Okay, like this was one of the commandments. Do not. He is a jealous God. Do not put nobody in front of him. So there's something you're putting above him, and for him to have like the reason why. And another thing that was also symbolic from the story. Is the fact that like it took like it wasn't like he just had. I think he took the lady's maid as a kid, but it wasn't from Sarah. So to him it didn't count, you know. But like there's something so symbolic that this, like they prayed and prayed for Isaac, and then God's like, actually give me him back. Like that just shows you, to me, like there's that faith is strong. Okay, you know. And I can say it myself too as well. Like there's a thing that there's a specific request I've asked God, and he keeps showing me that he's going to give it to me, but so far it's been not yet, you know. And that obedience of it's funny because like he's saying not yet, and I'm still on this channel preaching, delivering a message to you, because I know the same person who gave me this house, who gave me this hair, who gave me this health, who gave me this car, is going to be the same person who gives me this next request. So it's just, there's something so scary about truly following God. And that's where the obedience comes from. Like, I feel like there's a scariness there, but there's also a freedom. Like, I remember the first time I truly was like, God, this is all you. All right, I give up, I surrender, I'm done. I think the first time I did that, I want to say it was I got laid off from a job. And I was like, this all you. I give up. All right. Because I don't know what to do. I've done everything. I've typed the type. I've applied for 200-300 jobs. Hey, I'll be on it. 200-300 jobs. And I stood and I was like, this is all on you. And there was such a freedom there. There was such a freedom. Like, this is literally in his hands now. I can't do nothing, you know. And then, like I said, with the long suffering, while you're waiting for this, like, long suffering is we're going to get into that. It's the next episode. I can't wait to tell you guys about that. My experience with that. But like, definitely for sure, like with the long suffering, being able to truly just trust him. Like, you better get you some. Like, y'all need to try it. It's such a relief. Now, is it easy? No, because definitely there's some parts of the journey where you're just gonna be like, it's getting a bit bumpy on this part, you know. But definitely just truly being obedient. Like, my question to you is in the comments, tell me what your Isaac is. Or you don't have to say anything. You can just be like, I have an Isaac as well. Basically, what are you putting above him? What are you putting in front of him? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Final thoughts today is just being WIP, worship and prayer, but truly being a work in progress, like truly repenting. Like I said, real girls pray for real. I told you guys about that last episode, but truly just being intentional. Like when you sit there and say, I trust you, like you know I'm coming from, like you, like it's either you trust or you don't. Like there's no, I trust you. Oh my goodness. Let me watch you. Let me clock you. But yeah, just truly being repentant when you do fall, because like I said, like you're still a human. Like that's the beautiful thing about being a human is there is in our ability to be imperfect. So definitely I would say definitely lament on that a lot about like, are you truly repentant of this, or you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this until like my youth pastor from when I was a teenager, one of the funniest things he ever said was like, you can't sit there and pray and be like, Lord, I'm about to sin, forgive me. Like he said it's not prayer insurance. He said it's not prayer insurance. That was so funny. But he's right. Like, it's not prayer insurance. Like, are you going to truly, I'm coming from, like, are you truly going to follow? I have on here too, is just that once you truly recommit, your taste will change. Your taste buds will change. Things that used to incite you, things that didn't bother you before bother you now. Like, I remember, like I said, I'm still a work in progress, but I was out on Halloween. I already know you're going to come me in the comments, but I want you to know I'm a human. And there was so many people in costume as Jesus and priest. Like, I literally, I wanted to go home. Like, I literally, they don't do that to nobody else. And that's how I know. Because before, I would see somebody come in as a nun or... Sorry, my camera is dying. I would see somebody come in as a nun. I wouldn't care, blah, blah. Or some of the priests back in the day, I wouldn't care. But, like, bro, like, it's literally, like my heart was breaking. I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm so glad we're going to wrap this up early. Because I cannot stand this anymore. Literally, every place. It's like God was showing me, you're not supposed to be here. This is your last Halloween. Okay, like he said, you're not supposed to be here, so I'm gonna hurt your feelings. And he's right, like my feelings were hurt. I was like, why are you, like, this is how I know whenever people say, oh, God's not real. It's like, then how come you're not cosplaying anybody else? I've never seen them cosplay any of the other religions. It's always them. That should be the biggest red flag. But definitely for sure, it was on my spirit to be like, that's my last Halloween. And then another thing too is, I have on here like drinking water, just eating healthier, getting rid of junk food, So what I mean by that is it's the same metaphor. So once you start getting healthier, you're not even going to crave these things anymore. So once you start reading your word, basically drinking your water, once you start drinking your water, being in your word, you're not going to have the same taste. Like there's movies that I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm gung ho to watch that. Now I'm just like, now I'm so, what my eyes see, like I am so bougie in the spirit, but like I am so particular on what I watch now. It's not okay, well, yeah, just put that on. I was like, no, let me see, what does this entail? What's the purpose of this movie? What are we going to be doing at the end of, like, what is the purpose? What type of emotions are you trying to invoke? What's the message of this movie? That's where I'm at now. Okay. Like I said, like we're still human, but like, it's just, to me, I just feel like there needs to be more topic of discussion, especially while you're a work in progress. I think it's so beautiful because I can't wait to see where I'm going to be at from a year from now. But it's just, to me, just truly being obedient. Like you could sit there and donate $20,000. You can donate $20,000. You can go to church every Sunday, but you still didn't stop cursing. He doesn't care. Like, are you truly being obedient? That is the question. Are you obedient? And that is the question you need to ask yourself. Am I truly being obedient? Do I have an Isaac in my life? So, and another aspect as well, I had on here as honorary mention, just like me personally, like just with changing my wardrobe up. I mean, I don't think I dressed bad before, but there was definitely, like, when I was acting in that lustful spirit of lust, like, I can definitely say there were some posts that I was doing to capture attention that I was just like, I cringe at now. I was like, why'd you post that? You know, why was this posted? But definitely for sure, like honorable mention, I'm also like slowly but surely cleaning up my closet. Definitely gonna do a cleanse and start all over again. But don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire here. EF, so real girls pray for real. Okay, I was like, just because you're Christian don't mean you can't be cool still. So real girls pray for real. So R is for repent, G is for gratitude, P is for protection, and F is for faith.